Welcome to 1000 miles review of Master Pro, Begode Master Pro, the fastest, the longest range wheel in current times. I'm currently riding it 60 km per hour according to the LCD on the top of Master Pro. Wow! In this video, I also want to talk about Alien Rides, one of the biggest and largest distributor of PEV in America, especially in West Coast, and my experience with them because I bought this wheel from them. Yes, you heard it right. I already completed my 1000 miles on this Master Pro, and I'm gonna tell you everything about it, my personal experience and how this is performing in the quality review. I had my scary moments about the quality, but then this wheel proved me wrong. I'll tell you why and how. So when I first got this wheel, I did 200-300 miles, and then I saw a pattern, kind of scratch kind of thing on the batteries from inside. So what I got scared. I thought, oh my god, dog tires rubbing batteries inside? That is a big defect on my EUC. The most useless backlight ever. Even S18 backlight was better than this one. You could see S18's light. This backlight, I don't know why it's even there, because you can't see it at all, even at night. And in this firmware, the one I'm using is blue when you are in idle position. It goes red when you in motion, but red that nobody can see it. Tail light is shit for sure. Seat, it could have been a more cushy and a little bit more higher for taller people. They say, oh, Master Pro is huge, oh man. But man, maybe for Asians, I'm Asian myself, but so I can say it, maybe for Asians, but I'm one of those unusual Asians who's tall, 6.2. So it's not tall enough for anyone over 6 foot, because the distance between seat and pedals is not that much. So I still struggle on transiting from standing riding to seated while in motion. And the stock tire was not seating on the rim properly. So what happened was, stock tire won't seat this straight line in the tire. You could see while you're riding, it has a little bit of this in it. Even though I did everything possible, every solution available, I even went extra mile, put a little bit of oil on the bead, still. So what do you do with this? So somebody in the Telegram told me, check that fucking tire out and put aftermarket tire. These plastic boxes, do I have to say anything about it? Do I have to say anything about it? Because they are useless. Anything touches these plastic boxes, these going to get damaged. They are the most fragile part in this entire EUC, and unfortunately this is the main feature of this EUC, the battery. Okay, so now time for some suspension talk and Alien Rides talk. So this suspension at the beginning gave me a little bit of worry. It won't hold air, and it's a Begode stock suspension. I got worried like the suspension has a leak. So I reached out to Alien Rides, and about 2-3 days after getting this wheel delivered, and what happened was, Alien Rides sent me a brand new suspension in 2 days, like same week. Imagine the service. Wow. So what I did is, when I was changing my tire, I played with the rebound knob, and since then this suspension is holding air in it. I have not pumped and topped up any air since last 1 month. I'm still testing, but wow, look at this. Look at Alien Ride services. Like, Alien Ride is one of those companies, like, if you want a service that if they come up, if any known problem comes to their knowledge, if you want a seller to contact you by themselves, like any known defect or future problems that your wheel might have or recall, if you want a distributor to call you by themselves before you get back to them, go for Alien Rides. Alien Rides is one of those companies. Awesome experience, awesome company. They reach out to me by themselves before I go to them if there's any problem in this wheel. Water resistance and waterproofing. Do not expect it. Do not talk about it. Like there's nothing to say about it. This wheel is absolutely no waterproof, no water resistant. If you go in the rain, if you don't get immediate cutout, you will still damage this wheel. It will come back. It will become a ticking bomb. If you go in the rain, this wheel gonna get corrosion and rust in 2-3 months. So it's done. Do not ride in rain. This wheel has no water resistance at all. There's so many places. Look at this. This upper grill, plastic grill on the batteries, it has gap. It has places where water can stop and jam and create problems. There are so many holes and openings from this side. The bearing can get damaged. Maybe motherboard is secure enough inside, but still it's gonna damage it. It will become a time bomb if you ride this wheel in rain. No water resistant. Okay, now I'm gonna go one by one regarding this wheel. Let's start with this stand. I love it, but it could have been better. I have installed aftermarket 3D printed shoe on it for this. Otherwise, this is a straight rod, which is not enough for stability, but it does work even if you don't have shoes. This wheel changed my perception about Begode. I had 4 worries about this wheel, and this wheel proved me wrong. The tire, the rim, I thought the rim is bent because the stock tire won't sit properly, like I said before. Put this tire in the first attempt, first time inflating it, dead straight like a bullet. This line is so straight, the tire is so straight. You know, and the stock tire was giving me almost a feeling that maybe my rim is not true. And when I put this tire, it's so dead straight, and I was doubting Begode again. So Begode, man, Begode. Yes, you do a lot of stupid things, but you do more good things. People underestimate Begode. Let me tell you that. This wheel, I bought it my first Begode ever, and the biggest Begode ever. So I'm telling you, 1,000 miles now. I'm not gonna say anything bad about Begode, because this wheel kept me up, balance, gave me pleasure, gave me speed. In my life, first time ever, I ever touched speed of 40 mile per hour. So I'm slowly going beyond 40, but 40 mile per hour. Never ever I imagined I would be going that fast on any wheel. Man, this wheel wants to fly. This wheel is stable and awesome. But yeah, the trolley handle is awesome. It works perfectly fine, no defect, nothing. It's strong as in use wise, but it has a little bit of this, but it does not affect any performance while you're using the trolley. Suspension has clicking noise, yes, but it is one of the smoothest suspension out there. Everybody knows it. If you take air out of your shock absorber, you see how freely it goes up and down. Everybody knows this is one of the most freely movable suspension out there. Master Design has proven itself that best suspension, one of the best suspensions, and design, and modular design, and really smooth, squishy, a little bit too squishy. You have to really play with your rebound knob to make it a little bit harder. So only putting more air in the shock absorber is not the solution to make it a little bit harder. Rebound can make it harder as well. So yeah, suspension is nice, squishy. My doubt that my shock absorber, Begode's stock shock absorber, is defected was wrong. This wheel proved me wrong. I played with the rebound knob, and the air leaking issue gone. Since 1 month I haven't popped up any air. And this mudguard, flimsy, but I think it's good. It's good for us, on purpose or not. If there's a rock stuck, if these Nobi tires bring up or carry up or lift up some rock, because of this is flexible, it won't jam the tire. So it's good. It's like I already said, Frankenstein thinking of Begode again. Intentionally or unintentionally, they made it flexible, but it's gonna save your life. It's not gonna jam your wheel if a rock is lifted. Battery covers are the most fragile covers ever. Anything touches these covers, they're gonna damage these covers. This is very thin plastic. That's bad thing about it. But 1,000 miles in, no problem so far. Battery covers are still there. They're still doing its job. 1,000 miles. Talk about themselves. These pads. The pads are like I said before in my other videos, if you are one of those, you want to spend that much money and you don't want to buy anything else extra, you can go with the stock tire. It's not terribly wrong, bad. You can keep using it. Stock tire. You can keep using pads as well, like I'm using. I like the design, the shape of this pad. And do they work? Yes. These lower pads are really helpful. When you're standing, this rubber saves these battery covers from your shoes from touching them and gripping your wheel. This work, but don't expect it to be really aligned and everything. And in higher pad design, like I said, awesome, love it. The braking and slowing down your UC, this is really useful. Slowing down your UC, they do work. They actually work. And acceleration, they also work if you wanted to. So you don't necessarily have to change pads unless you have some extra money. Of course, they are not as good as aftermarket pads like Grizzla or Clark pads or whatever, but that they can work. They can do job if you want it. The headlight has awesome projection, awesome, like perfect circular projection. The direction, the shape is nice. It goes 70-80% on the ground and 20% the front, but it's not bright enough. I'll be honest, it's not bright enough. It's not nowhere close to brightness. Is nowhere close to V11, but it does work. It's not terribly wrong. The seat is awesome. The curvature of seat is so nice. Your butt and your bones in your butt gonna be like fit in between this curve, natural curve, and you'll feel good. It'll give you grip, but it could have been more squishy. It's not squishy enough, but it's good. It's nice seat. When you're stopping and slowing down or braking, this angle helps you. You will know when you ride it what I'm talking about. And these pedals, awesome pedals. Best spiked pedals you can get. One of those. These are the pedal hanger. Awesome. You can change to 3 different sizes. I ride at the lowest and most easiest disassembly you can ever do on any wheel. Not only pedals but whole wheel you can disassemble in literally 5 minutes. In 5 minutes you can disassemble this wheel. It's not going to be necessarily bad wheel for you. Like, yes, their design, their quality checks are proven to be rubbish. They don't expect panels, pads and mudguards to be all aligned, perfectly installed like you're buying a Lexus or something. But it's not bad at all. Like 1,000 miles, it proved itself. This is the wheel I ever touched 40 miles per hour on. So this wheel made me go fast. 40 miles per hour, wow. I never imagined it. I was known for being most slowest rider in the world. A turtle, slow and steady. But then this wheel, when I jumped on Begode, I became man. Like Nick says, Begode turns you from boy into man. Wow.